up? Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Motherfucker doing it to it. Today we talking about the kidnapping of a 13-year-old black boy from a Kroger by a Asian named Faboa Chen, and the response of the community and the response of his mother, Denise Manion. So, we saw the story this week out in Louisville, Kentucky, where an Asian male kidnapped a black child at gunpoint out of a Kroger and took him to his Chinese restaurant. Some shit out of a motherfucking movie. Took his ass to a Chinese restaurant called the Double Dragon for reasons unknown at first. Then when people get speaking up on why, we'll get to why. But it's for a fool ass reason. And we'll get to why. And the initial reaction was shock and awe amongst the people who saw the video. Of course, my reactions was like, all right, how hard is it for somebody to just go to the car, grab a bat his ass? I mean, he'll drop the gun. If everybody walked into the fucking restaurant, everybody had a bat, and he had even if he has one little gun, he knew, and he would know that if he shot the child, he would die after that. Right? The threat of death is real after that. If everybody walked into the fucking restaurant with a brick in their hand and just stood there like, got these bricks. After he shot the child, if that's what he really wanted to do, because again, I'm about calling his bluff. If he wanted to shoot the child, fine, you shoot the child, but he would have known he would die after that. He must have been willing to die after that. So many things could have made that situation go better. Somebody could have maced his ass. He's old. Probably would have died from the mace. Probably would have fucking died. And that's good. We want him to die for kidnapping black children. We don't care if he live or die. We want him to not be around no more. But anyway, that's not what happened. But, I mean, goddamn, how hard is it to just... You could have maced the motherfucker and grabbed the child. The child about 50 pounds. Could have pulled him over the counter. I'm just giving y'all solutions to shit, because motherfuckers act like it wasn't nothing that could have been done. But, the reaction from social media, we seen a lot of people saying, oh, he pulled the gun on the child because, he didn't fear the community. That's one part. Some people say, oh, he fears black masculinity. And, even though he's a child, he still felt the need to have to gain compliance from him, and the only way he could get it was by getting the drop on him, by getting the drop on a black boy, because that black masculinity is so powerful in its unadulterated state, right? Unadulterated, untampered with at any level, be it a child or a grown man. So he had to get the drop on the black boy via the gun, which I believe is also a part of it. But I want to get on the part where we're talking about he didn't fear the community. I think that is the major headache. That's another big part of it, because as long as people give Asians business in our neighborhoods, they got easy motherfucking money. They ain't in fear of nothing. They ain't in fear of a motherfucking thing. Motherfucker, people keep incentivizing their presence, keep paying their electric bills no matter what they do. If you do that and you keep the electric power flowing into their building every day, they're not in motherfucking fear of you. Okay? That's the real. So, word is, the dude even has a history, evidently, of constantly pulling out that little piss ass gun on the people in the community. So that also screams to me that he don't bar the community. He ain't doing that to white people. He doing that to black people and the black people who support him in the community. So evidently the shit done got so out of hand that he not scared of somebody coming in there relaxing his ass. You know what I mean when I say coming in there relaxing his ass, right? He basically considers himself untouchable at this point and invaluable to the community, regardless of whom or what or whatever. And incidents like this is the perfect time to taper all that boldness the fuck down. It's the perfect time, is what I'm saying. Like, listen to me very clearly. He made a statement that he will attack black children. Pay attention to that out there in Louisville. Pay attention. So all bets got to be motherfucking off. All bets got to be off. Because in our community, see what happens is, out of that desperation of not having certain things, not having certain conveniences in the neighborhood, like a restaurant, some shit like that, we be scared to run motherfuckers off like that. Like this dude. And his little punk ass business away because of what we'll lose. Or we'll lose a place to eat. Or what, man, motherfucker? We already losing. We already losing the sanity that motherfucking come with self-preservation around this bitch. We already losing the sanity that come with self-esteem around this motherfucker. All that is sanity. We losing all of that shit. Every day we losing all of that shit. And what's probably worse than all of that is we losing the confidence of the children. The black children. They losing confidence in us that we will protect them. That I cannot have on my conscience on this earth while I'm roaming this motherfucker. That's important. The children gotta know that we got their back in this cold ass world, regardless of what the fuck ever. Alright? So what's happening now is in the aftermath of the video we all watched, I saw some real off-code shit that I want to bring up. Courtesy of True Royal Family. Shout out to the sister Santana at True Royal Family on YouTube for pulling this up on Facebook, this post. But it came across as some out of line bullshit, right? So evidently, the grannies in the neighborhood, that's right, you heard me say it, the fucking grandmamas in the neighborhood, they took it upon themselves to get together and go try to speak with the guy after this. Yep, you heard me, the fucking grandmamas. And also the mother, I presume. The mother, I gave you her name already. Denise, what's her last name? I want to say Clayton. Thinking about the other chick, Dominique Clayton. Denise Manion. And when they show up, these women handle it the way that a motherfucker would expect grandmamas and a woman to handle some shit. I ain't even from the front. They handle it the way a woman would do when a man just got through manhandling a child. If you watch the video, the brother in the video, he was like, look, man, you can shoot me today, but you're going to let the kid go. He was, you know what I mean? He had some gruff and some rough about it. You didn't hear that shit when these women showed up. What was they doing? They got there with their cameras and they tried to make nice. You see that? They got there and started begging this dude for his side of the story. It was the guy had, I guess, like a co-owner of the business that was there. I guess the guy is still in jail, or he was still in jail at this time. That was, Tuesday, I think, when this all got revealed on Facebook. But, damn, you know what I mean? Begging for this dude, so they could, begging for this motherfucking business to give their side of the story so they could have some sort of slave-ass reason in their minds, these sisters, a mammy-ass reason to forgive this dude because, oh, my kid, he bad. Oh, Asian man, you can't be that bad. He probably deserved it. We believe in you. Just tell us something that it sounds good and we could turn this around to where everybody feels sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. Okay? And the friend or the co-worker of this dude, he intercepted them basically and started running game. He came out, smoothed all their asses out. Let me put them up here. There you go. Unidentified dude. He came out there, smoothed all their asses out. Got talking about how the kid knows some kid who was throwing rocks at the building, at the little restaurant. So that's why the guy grabbed him up and held him at gunpoint, kidnapped him, took him to his restaurant. So, according to him, he could then call the police and have them question him about some other kid that he thinks that the kid knew. Some kid that he thought the motherfucking other kid knew. The kid knew that supposedly was the one that's throwing rocks at the building, right? He's supposed to know the rock throwing kid. Just a bunch of hogwash. And damn, on the video, the sisters is eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. I'll put a link to it. And it looks so fucking servile and self-debasing, it ain't even funny. These women actually went out there trying to force the dude to explain his side of the story, to give him forum. And we don't care what his side of the story is. That's what they don't get. Let this stick into your mental thing, all right? I'm going to paint a scenario. Would an Asian woman be concerned with getting a black man's story if he kidnapped an Asian boy at gunpoint? Answer me that. I'll wait. You women out there in Kentucky who was out there, would he be afforded that same courtesy that black women chose to come up and give this man this day? That those sisters out there chose to do. We got to racialize it. You understand? It's very important that we look at it like that. The answer is no. She would not be asking him what his reasoning was. His reasoning wouldn't mean shit. And that's what that group of sisters need to realize. Sisters in general, because I know black women, I give sisters credit all day. Y'all are very soft, very feminine, very diplomatic, organically. But y'all got to turn that shit off. Y'all got to turn that shit off in this anti-black war that we in after somebody violates us. All the diplomacy go out the motherfucking window. All the softness is dead. You hear it? And we need to always think of it in racial terms. That's why I've framed it like that. And if you ever get confused over what to think and do in a situation like this, what if the situation was flipped racially? Think like that, because that'll automatically lead you to the answer of what you need to do if it ain't no man around to guide you and you get confused over some shit like this. Just saying. I'm just saying, black men in that town right now, go kidnap an Asian child at gunpoint who allegedly had a friend, not even him, but had a friend that threw rocks at a business, and say that you hold him for the police so the police can traumatize him further on the account of some other Asian kid, and see if the Asian community don't come through blasting your black ass. That's what we talking about. So we got to be on point with the same type of strong arm mentality and the imposing kind of mentality these other groups deal with us with. Because this dude, the owner, essentially he's pumping out his chest as the neighborhood kidnapper of black kids at gunpoint. And when the grandmamas and women show up, that ain't hitting no shit. Men start running game when women come around. I mean, so this dude, this owner, Faboa Chen, they took him to the precinct. He's pleading not guilty and all this shit. So he's preparing to run more game. Pay attention to that. He's planning to run more game and litigate over this bullshit. And we're going to watch the Asian community come together just like with Peter Liang over this shit. Mark my words. Then all you sisters who was out there soft padding for him, his mother, Denise Manion, you're going to know what we talking about. Then you're going to believe what we say. When y'all was out there trying to, oh, we got to get both sides of the story. They were saying all kind of shit. Oh, we ain't hear that. Oh, because I ain't know that. And we ain't never know that. Oh, we ain't know that. Oh, I ain't know. Oh, it's a language barrier. Oh, we didn't even know that. Yeah. Yeah, now we're going to see the black and Asian divide in that community. Just wait for it if you haven't been paying attention. I ain't even out there. I ain't even out there, and I know that shit's going to happen. Another thing these women did that I want to just touch on real quick, just to drive one quick point. The mother of this boy put up a post on Facebook talking about they want to meet up in front of the business, in front of the Double Dragon restaurant. I really don't even want to give them no shine, but fuck it, I already said the name. But the little Double Dragon restaurant, they want to meet in front of that restaurant sometime soon. I guess the Thursday was the meeting day. That was yesterday. Yesterday they wanted to do this little meeting. I hope nobody came to that shit. But it really sounded like to me she clout chasing. Let me pull up what she said in her little Facebook post. It just sounds like it's some clout chasing type flavor going on with her shit, man. See if I can read it from here, because print kind of small. She's like, everybody show up, be peaceful. 4 o'clock p.m. Everybody show up. Everybody come on out. All races, all ages, everybody. And just no violence. And everybody, you know what I mean? Talking all of this. We want to just talk and this type of crap, right? It sounds like she's really clout chasing at this point, in my opinion. Posting this shit on Facebook. It sounds like she's trying to really make it about her. Trying to make it about her showing open-mindedness to an enemy. Like that's some sort of badge of honor to strut around the community. Like we gonna pat her on the back in the community about some shit like that. Like what, bitch? Stop. You putting people in danger by allowing motherfuckers to get soft-handed. You understand? She's trying to turn the tide of the whole thing that's against this guy. People are against this guy. And she's trying to be an agent for him against the community. Making it easy for him not to be in jail and stay in business like he doing. He just finna be chilling, right? So that's garbage right there. What the fuck would a lawyer say? A lawyer, if they do try to get a lawyer over shit, what the fuck a lawyer gonna say? A lawyer like, man, this mammy ass nigga wanna shake hands and cuddle with her son's fucking kidnapper. Fucking retarded ass nigga. Ain't no jail, ain't no fine, and we ain't finna do nothing to this guy. They fucking up trying to play peacemaker in this shit, right? And we on this idiot's head, basically, and the community is on this motherfucker's head, trying to set a standard of justice on our terms in our neighborhood with a fucking outsider. And she tripping it up right now. She tripping it up. And I don't know whose women folk those were out there. I know that the mother has been kind of a face, but I'm just here to tell the whole community out there, look, y'all, I hope nobody show up to a little meeting. If they have another little meeting out there, don't show up to that shit. You hear me? They little ego stroke fest of, look at how forgiving we can be to our motherfuckers that violate us. Look at how forgiving we go. Don't show up to that bullshit. Leave that motherfucker empty as fuck if they ever try to pull that shit again. Let Denise Manion, who wanted to schedule that shit, let her play friendly with the kidnappers. Y'all show solidarity and show her how dumb that is for her trying to be orchestrating some shit like that. Some sort of fucking mammy ass powwow with this guy and his little fuck ass business by not showing up. Y'all don't come to that shit. The only powwow they should be concerned with pulling off out there is shit. Was when they was at the restaurant. Like, pow. Wow. That's what should be going on. Playing with our fucking children out here. Piece of shit motherfucker. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping. Don't forget to check out my Teespring. That shit be off the heezy, fo sheezy, my kneesy, fo threezy. You can buy them shits in deuces or threesies if you kneesies. My kneesy. Let me get at y'all.